Hello, today I'm going to talk about Ferdinand VII, or Fernando VII. His biography. He was born in 1784 in El Escorial and he died on 1833 in Madrid. His father was also a king, Charles IV, and he got married with Maria Cristina of Austria, and with her he had just one daughter, Isabella II. The arrival to the throne. Charles IV, his father, was governing, depositing all the powers and the decisions of the government on the Prime Minister, Manuel Godoy. The citizens were not happy with that, so they made a revolution that they won, and they forced Charles IV to dismiss Manuel Godoy and to abdicate, making Ferdinand VII the king. The first problems. Napoleon was governing on France, and he wanted to expand territories, so what he did for having also Spain was a plan in which he jailed Charles IV and Ferdinand VII on one of his palaces in Bayonne, France, and he said them that until they didn't abdicate and give him the crown, they would be there forever. So finally they accepted, and Napoleon gave the crown to Joseph Bonaparte, his brother, also known as Pepe Botella. The return to the throne. The citizens of Spain in that moment got divided in two parts. The ones that wanted Ferdinand VII to be the king and return, and the ones that accepted Pepe Botella, that were called French likes, also known as afrancesados. So this became a revolution. The revolution. The citizens that wanted Ferdinand VII to be the king and return created the courts of Cádiz, and here they made a provisional government to govern on the name of Ferdinand VII until he was back to Spain. So they created the first Spanish constitution, the Constitution of Cádiz of 1812, also known as La Pepa. The Independence War. Finally, the citizens that wanted Ferdinand VII as the king won and take out Joseph Bonaparte. The government. When he came to Spain, he found that he had the support of the church, the citizens, and the nobles. So he saw that he could govern like ever he wanted. So he finished with all the liberalism ideas of Spain and with all the things that the courts of Cádiz did, also with the Spanish Constitution. So he started to govern with an absolute monarchy, and he returned to the ancient system of society. The parts of the monarchy. The absolutist Sixtinian. Like I said before, he ended with all types of ideas of liberalism on Spain. And this caused a very important financial and economic crisis, and also Spain started losing importance in Europe. In this moment, the emancipation of the American colonies happened. In this one, the Spanish colonies of America wanted the independence. And finally, in 1820, they got it. The main factors for wanting it were that, that they were not happy with the treatments they were receiving from the Spanish Peninsula. Then that when they saw that in the north of America, the British colonies got independence, they were functioning really well, they said, well, maybe we can also govern by ourselves. And the main factor was that during the Spanish Independence War, the communications between the American colonies and the peninsula were interrupted. So in the colonies, they had to create a very quick and provisional government, but it functioned. So finally they decided that they were able to govern themselves. After this, the monarchy just maintained Cuba and Puerto Rico. The parts of the monarchy. The liberal triennium. A very important general, Rafael Riego, that had very important and very strong liberal thoughts, made a coup and forced Ferdinand VII to return to govern with the Constitution of Cádiz. The Omnibus Decade. Okay, I'm going to explain what the St. Alliance is. In this moment, in Europe, there were happening a lot of liberal revolutions. So a lot of kings made a pact in which if one of them had a problem or a revolution, the other ones would go and help him. So this happened, and the St. Alliance won the revolution, making Ferdinand VII the absolute monarch again. The last thing he did, that in my opinion is the best, was the pragmatic sanction. Like I said at the first part of my presentation, he had just one daughter, Isabella II. And in that moment, exists the Salic law that said that a woman could not be the queen and could not govern a country. So he made the pragmatic sanction that said that in that particular case, his daughter could be the queen. That's the end.